It's my first time, my first time in South America, so big change, yeah. It's great. It's really, really interesting, and really a very interesting city to look at, and the history and the graffiti and the colour. It's a very colourful city. I live in London, but I actually work for the University of Warwick, and there I teach kind of creative business in the Centre for Cultural Media Policy Studies, and I've been doing that for 21 years now, so yeah, quite a while. And my specialist area is really around management of creative industries, creativity theory in relation to management and innovation, and more recently looking especially at marketing of cultural products. I think pragmatically what I tend to, when I talk about a creative company, it's not a value judgment about how good they are at coming up with ideas, but it's more a sector. So the sector, which we would include as creative companies, would be, from my point of view, primarily media and entertainment businesses. Companies that deal in intangible, symbolic goods like film, music, social media, publishing, theatre arts, visual arts, etc. Well, I've mentioned risk. That's obviously, that lies behind nearly everything, because you don't really know the value of a cultural product until after it's been consumed. You can put together the best possible ingredients, but if you cook it, to use the cooking analogy, it comes out and it's a mess. It doesn't taste of anything. So you don't know until afterwards, and that's fundamentally a problem. In practical terms, that means that it is very difficult to get investment into creative companies when they're starting out, especially for young, small companies, because they have no track record. Nobody knows who they are or what the value of their work is. And consequently, they also find it difficult to get access to markets as well. Well, they've transformed the creative industries, of course. I think the big change is that what digital technologies do is they change the relationship between producer and consumer. So they do lots of other things as well. They make things cheaper. It's cheaper now. I mean, the equipment you're using to film this now would have cost thousands of pounds more, 20 years ago. So the cost of technology is coming down, and more people can make things. But that doesn't mean necessarily that more people see those products. Again, this problem of access to market. So technology creates an opportunity, but then it also creates a problem. And one of the companies that understand the relationship between technology and culture best are the big technology companies, who are really very dominant in these industries now. So I'm quite concerned really that when companies like Facebook now being where 70% of people get their news through social media, or you've got companies like Apple now starting to invest in television, and we've already got Amazon with making, effectively operating as both a broadcaster and a publisher and a film studio. And what that's doing is squeezing out some of the specialist businesses that might have taken that on in the past. So I think the rise of big technology companies is quite a problem, especially for smaller cultural producers. But the availability of affordable digital technology is a huge opportunity as well. So it's both promise and threat. You begin by having a great idea, and then you say, but having a great idea is not enough. I need to have something to help me develop and build that idea, and that's when you have to convince other people to get involved. So the first thing you need is other people. You need to sort of find people who can work with you, and they might be friends of yours, they might be people you already know who are around you, who can bring something and add value. And in a way, it's no different really from starting any other kind of business in that sense. But the challenge perhaps is that you are more dependent upon other people and other people's perceptions of you than you are in a lot of other sectors. If the first thing is, it will be difficult, nobody's going to say otherwise. If you fail at the first time, that's normal. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, most entrepreneurs, their successful business is not their first business, so keep trying. And equally, if you succeed at the first time, don't assume that what you're doing is great. Sometimes that can be misleading as well. Be careful with growth, and don't grow the business too quickly, because it's a very sporadic business with lots of ups and downs. And if you have one hit product and then you grow the business and employ lots more people and build up lots of cost into your business, that's going to be a problem for you. Talk to other people around you, share ideas, share resources. Think of your peers not as competitors, although sometimes they will be, but also as people you can collaborate with, especially if you're starting out. And I would also say, if you're starting out, find somebody in that industry who's already done it,